you a big deal. Here it is. I offered this for the first time in the program an hour ago, and it was one of our best sellers. This is from Limitless. This is our TotalBoost Mini 4,000 milliamp hour power bank. We all have handheld electronics today, all of us. The only problem with that is that we use them so frequently that the frustration is that the battery life just doesn't provide us with enough time before we feel we need to recharge again. Now, that was fine during a pandemic when you were at home and you were always within about 10 feet of a wall plug. But we're getting back out again. You're going back to the office. Kids are going to school. We want a vacation again. We want to travel. So now we go back to the frustration of making sure that we've got enough power for everything. Limitless created this 4,000 milliamp hour power bank, and then along with a patent, they created a way where I don't have to take all these different cords with me, because it's a different cord to plug in an iPhone than it is an Android, okay? With this, they have a spring-loaded center where all you need is the tip. If you think about it, all the power cords that you've got, they're nothing more than a wire that go from point A to point B. What really matters is the connector on the end fitting into what you want it to fit into. So what they do is they give you all three connectors that are going to cover you for 99.9% of all the handheld electronics. Let me open up this pouch because this is kind of cool. Inside the little pouch are three even smaller pouches. Doo-doo-doo. There's 1, 2, and 3. Little kangaroos. And you're going to get the three tips along with this at $29.96, so that now it can be plugged into anything. If you're giving it as a gift, you don't have to know what type of electronics the recipients own. All you have to do is guess at what you think is their favorite color. And right now, I've got a few to choose from. I've got the gray. There's the gray right there. This is the Very Perry for Periwinkle. About 600 left in the Very Perry. We're calling, I don't know why we call it eggshell blue, because it's kind of a green, but that's about 500 that are remaining. Then we've also got a little cheetah print. Ta-da. Now, the little window right there, when you plug it into your device, it'll tell you what percentage of battery life is remaining before you need to recharge your Limitless TotalBoost. But you're going to use this over and over and over and over again. These were brand new on December 5th. They're exclusive to QVC. You won't find this anywhere else. And I love that they give you a little gift box as well. It's a great gift. Let me bring in Paigevolvo again. Paige is our electronics expert. Paige, I don't have to know what type of phone or what contraptions are going to be used on this. It works with them all, does it not?
It does. I mean, it's really genius, Dan. Universal. So it really takes that guesswork out for yourself, for anyone you're gifting with. And what you see here, Dan, it's a cableless system. So we can say goodbye to having to track all these anytime you want to charge your phone. It connects directly to your phone, but they didn't stop there, Dan. It's actually compatible with virtually any electronic device, thanks to those included tips. So we're talking e-readers, gaming systems, phones. Maybe it's your GoPro, but let's look at these tips and let me explain how this system works, because this right here is directly connecting to your phone. And that could be an iPhone, a Samsung phone, a track phone, but then it pivots and can charge your AirPods. Maybe you want to charge a different device, so you change the tip and now you're charging your camera. So you can charge devices anywhere on the go. I can use this in my tablet to maybe top it off a little bit to finish that movie I've been watching all day. My kids love this because you can connect to that Bluetooth speaker. Universal capability with those three tips. At the end of the day, we included the one cable. This is the only cable you will use, Dan, but that's to recharge your charger. You just plug it into existing brick, right? How do you release and change and switch the tips? You just press up on the switch, you pop it out, and you put in the tip that you want. It has universal compatibility.
Yeah.
So
that's
right
so
here,
smart.
Yeah. So smart, right? And look at this, Dan. How nice is this? So what do I get to do? Well, I'm charging and talking. I'm charging and texting. I'm charging and shopping and emailing. You don't skip a beat. It's not interrupting your day. Like you said, freedom from the outlet.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I have a bad tendency, and I'm a pretty well organized individual. I have a bad habit of losing power cords because I'll take them, I'll lay them down, I walk away, and they disappear. With this, the tips, you're not going to lose them. You get everything that's necessary. There's the gray. That's the most limited. By the way, I know that we're calling it gray, but it really has more of a silver to it. This we're calling Very Peri, as in periwinkle. There's about 600 remaining. This we're referring to as eggshell blue. And how many? 450? And the cheetah has picked up in popularity. So we've got about 500 of those that are remaining. Think about this as the ultimate gift. I'm hoping that a lot of you this weekend, starting today, right now, are going to start checking things off your holiday list. Because please do take into account one other factor. We are still offering our under the tree guarantee. We know that if you're shopping with a credit card, we're going to get it there in time for the holidays. But it does take some time for items to get there. So I don't want people waiting another week. We're, what, 14, 15? We're 16 days till Christmas. A little over 2 weeks. And if you think this month has already gone by quickly, wait till you see the next 2 weeks. So let us help you with what is really our greatest Christmas sale of the year. Sale prices on a lot of items. In this case, $29.96 compared to just even our QVC price of $36.30. The reason why we've got a better price on it is because you can't get it anywhere else. From Limitless, which is a wonderful company to do business with, we bought every single thing they had in inventory. No other retailer has this model with this new patent pending feature. We sold over 20,000 of them. There's now less than 2,000 of them remaining in the inventory. All right? For those of you just tuning in, we'll do colors again. I'll go back to Paige. Here's the gray. Fewer than 400. This is called Very Peri for periwinkle. About 600. They call this one eggshell blue. About 400 in fairy, and 400, about 500 in the cheetah. We did have two other colors, Paige, but those sold out rather quickly, didn't they?
Oh, they did. You know, we had that black and that really blew out the doors. And the reason is not only functionality, but look how small and petite it is, Dan. So here's our Q card, a credit card, and it's actually larger than our Limitless TotalBoost Mini. And what I want to tell you, it's not a little itty bitty battery. Small
Right.
footprint, but they were able to create a 4,000 milliamp battery in there. That's your battery capacity to charge and recharge. So I was just charging my phone. Now I'm going to put on top my AirPods. What you can see here was the battery indicator. Digital display is something they're very passionate about, Dan, because what they want to know is exactly how much battery. So there's no guessing with icons. Dan and I are not a fan of that guesswork because it could be 26%
Yeah.
or 50%. Look at that awesome flashlight. I'm a huge fan of this as well because, you know, whether you need to get the keys into your door late at night or you may need a little extra light for your battery, you just put that on. But then when I want to start charging my phone, I just take off my AirPods and guess what? I need to call the doctor's office. I need to maybe finish that movie I was watching. It's an extension of your phone. It's a seamless experience and you're charging other devices, Bluetooth speakers, cameras, and more. Bottom line, Dan, you and I know you don't have to ask or wonder what
Yep.
device people are using, what phone they have,
Yeah.
because I'll tell you, a 2-year-old is using their mom's phone for a movie, right, at the doctor's office, or maybe they have an e-reader, or maybe it's just taking pictures. This is just a smart genius device for every member in your family.
Paige, I'm embarrassed to say that. I know my wife's phone number, okay? I don't know which model of iPhone she's got. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know if I know which model of iPhone I've got. This will work for all of them. Now, Paige, I'm kind of putting you on the spot on this, but people are asking 4,000 milliamp hours. Batteries are rated for milliamp hours. That's the M
Right.
with the big A and the H. So I know it depends upon what device you plug into it, et cetera, but can you give us an idea of how much power that is for this small size?
Sure, absolutely, because that was one thing they worked very hard on. It takes a lot of digital technology built in here to really beef it up. So 4,000 milliamps, that battery capacity would be equal or equivalent to up to 26 hours of additional talk time. So if
Wow.
you're a mom, I'll tell you, that gives me peace of mind to know that my children has that battery, that they are able to see right here how much juice it is, but 26 hours up to additional talk time. And look how slim and sleek. And I just want to show you that credit card size alone, because this is important to everyone, right? You can pop this in your pocket, to your briefcase, Dan. You can put it in your sports coat, and then we have that flashlight. And then right here, the tips. This is how we're changing the tips. Universal compatibility. So smart. You just flip that up and switch it.
I'm sorry. You and I have been friends for a long time, Paige, right?
Yes,
Just
we have.
for that comparison of size again, if you wouldn't mind holding up that credit card, and
Sure.
then I have a question for you. If you can zoom in on that, how'd you get Amy Strand's Q card?
I got busted, didn't I? I was supposed to actually hide that and pretend it was mine. I kind of borrowed it from Amy, although she doesn't know.
Paige and I know
I'll get
QVC prints those out here. Hold on a second. QVC prints those out
Where's yours?
for the host to use just for promotional stuff. So obviously it's a bogus number. What Pat doesn't know, my co-host on Sunday mornings, Paige, is that I pilfered the ones that she had in her dressing room and replaced them all with ones with my name on them. And now this isn't bad. I did that like 7 months ago. I don't think she's noticed yet.
She hasn't picked up on it yet.
Hasn't picked up on it. So yeah, so just for size comparison, that was the one card that we had, and that was Amy Strand's. I don't want people writing you going, did Paige take her credit card? No, Paige would not do that.
No, never.
Paige is trustworthy. Me, not so much. Okay? It is so good to see you. Doesn't that feel good to bring a product to QVC that people fall in love with and does so well?
It does, Dan, and peace of mind, that does my heart good too, for every family member. Yeah.
Great to see you. Thank you, Paige.
You too. See you in a bit. Okay, bye-bye.
You got it. There's the gray. The gray is now the most popular. I've got less than 200 of those to go around. Here's the very Perry, about 500. This is the eggshell blue, which admittedly kind of a turquoise green, about 400. And then we've got that leopard print, that cheetah, fewer than 500. You get all the tips. You get the gift box, the little pouch. It's everything you need. Absolutely everything you need. Up to 26 hours of talk time. All right, this next gift, as a host here at QVC,